Hello, everyone. This is Daniel, and I'm just gonna say that there's three reasons why we dream. But I'm also gonna say that many people don't really consider dreams as important to them because they're either stuck in the flesh or don't realize it's only just a flesh. Or even when they're Christians, they just think that dreams are not important. But the funny thing is, God will give us and he'll give us he'll give everyone a dream, no matter who it is. And if it's important enough, then he'll give you real insight to what's going on. Now, anyway, now if it, actually, never mind. If it's very important to you, he'll make you clearly remember. Because in a dream of the flesh, you don't usually remember that. Then there's dreams of the devil. He can come as much as God or more, depending on who you are. And those dreams are usually threats, trickery, or instigation of sin. Anyway, so the first reason why we dream is, now I'll explain some of those to you, but the first reason is it's of the flesh. And basically, when we dream of the flesh, we just, we just get events that really make us think and makes the brain think. And the events make your mind get active at night, and whether it be early or later, it makes you think at night. Now, that's the funny thing because very rarely will you give anyone a dream that is like the flesh, but really it's only for those that you know they really like the dream that God gives them, or maybe they really want to know what is going on with humanity, like I do, or maybe He will just give you very important information about how much deterioration the humankind has gotten, or what parts of humankind has gotten better. That's the second type. So basically, the first type is flesh. The second type is the instigation of the devil, which I've explained to you, where the devil literally likes to hack at you with the mental state of mind that he wants to, or in his words, the mental state of mind. Word, he's just hacking at you mentally so that you cannot follow God as easily. That's basically fear or any of these sins that are of the devil. So basically, if it's in the mind and it's a sin, the devil will give it to you. You might as well just try to wake up from that, because fear is one of them, unbelief is another one of them, um, going to Satanism is one of them. Another one is basically, lust. Might be a fifth one, but I'm not sure. So basically, yeah. And then there's the dreams that God gives you. He gives the usually gives the dreams to you in symbols. Like he mostly gives them to you in symbols anyway. And in those dreams, they could be as simple as a gravestone, or barriers, to as complex as a whole story that is a very short story. You never know with God. And the funny thing is, I dreamed. I prayed last night to get from Jesus the perfect dream and a holy dream. No, okay, a perfect and brilliant dream. So what happened was after that prayer, I fell asleep, and then not the dream I expected came out, but it wasn't actually from God or nowhere. I don't know because he gave me a story about me as a small person living in a kite with a whole bunch of friends, and we fell in the waterfall. That sounds like the devil, doesn't it? It really does. And then I was trying to get out. I was trying to get because it flipped over. I tried to go into the bottom or the top of the kite and go out from the vents that go to the bottom and top. Anyway, when I went to the shower scene, I tried to jump out through the top because I was always going down and going to the top. And I tried to go up through the vent, but the water would block me, and sometimes I wouldn't be able to go through it. And when I did, it's just the waves that brought the wave. That it was just the waves now, so I just got cut out. To me, it sounds like the devil because because you just would give you negative thoughts in that dream. Besides, it was not a fun dream. It was actually a negative dream to me. God was like, oh, okay. He just got there first. So I decided, oh man, when do I get this dream? and he said, I guess I'm going to have to give it to tomorrow, which is, I just wanted it now. I was like, oh, what now? Anyway, the funny thing is, I was awake, but then I went to sleep. So God got me asleep when the devil didn't expect it, when I didn't expect it, and when no one expected it to happen, and when no one expected me to just fall asleep. And brilliant and perfect meant apparently it turned out that it was just one of the movies that one of the Disney people would make. Why? I don't know. I was expecting to have a dream to go to its kingdom, but apparently, what was perfect in his mind meant that I had to see symbols of that movie and basically, well, it was symbols, and it was also the fact that it was a movie itself. So one of the symbols was it wasn't as good as I thought it was, but was still pretty good. That was the graphics of it. Pretty cool, right? So probably in the Rotten Tomatoes they get like 80, and I didn't expect that. Which is kind of interesting. But also, symbol you gave me there was kind of sounds funny, but I had to blow into a tube that would give me the wings helium, like they were kind of like helium balloons, like microscopic helium balloons or something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to get onto a slide, and then the person got up on top, and it was like one at a time sort of thing. So I decided to fly up above him, try to race to him, but lo and behold, he's right on the top of the slide when I flew to the top of it, he was just right there when I got there. Then he didn't look as safe as I wanted him to, so I decided to fly down lower to catch the actual child that was kind of being mischievous and rude. And then, which he was being rude in the beginning, was coming. Then I tried to catch him, and I was like, oh no, I didn't catch him. Oh shoot. Then the father, turns out the father ended up catching him. I was like, good. Then it was the Valley of Trees, which is probably part of the movie anyway. It was like at the end there was only the few white trees, which means there was a lot of death and decay in that in the end. Like in the movie there was. Pretty interesting. But there was just few white trees, which means in the movie there was death and decay. So I turned back. And then later on I got to a football stadium. I don't know why. Because I was trying to go to this football stadium and then practice, but then it was another team practicing against another team, or something like that, and that was probably my team. So I ended up having to be in the bleachers. Playing me today, or something like that. Then, as I was flying away because I just didn't have it, someone shot me in that someone shot I guess the right wing. So someone shot the was it the right wing? Might have been the left or right wing. May have been the right wing. And I was I was slowly falling down, but in the end I ended up okay. So what kind of reminds me of if I can't get something in college done, if I can't get something done in college, like that one class, I can always go to another one. Even if that fails, I'm still safe no matter what. I wonder what that means. It seems like when the movie is about to be finished, I'm going to be done with college. So that's good. So it's going to be okay. And I think it was very good for today because that means there won't be too many problems because of that dream. Like, all seems bad, but it's all good now. And I'm not a real dream interpreter, but if someone is, then please interpret that for me. That'd be great. Especially if someone knows me, like Peter Milton, just interpret that dream, because that'll be a real great thing to do. Even though it's like dragon wings and all that, that's just part of the movie that will possibly come in the future. Boy, Disney has to do dragons as good guys now, which might happen. I don't know. The first dream of that type was me going to Disney World, which means probably from Disney or from some sort of company that's for kids. It's me going in a movie theater, which is filled with crowds. And there's a whole bunch of people watching this in this very dark cave. Like, it's like I don't know how to describe it, but the building looks like the golf ball. It starts with an E. I don't know what it's called. This is the building that actually has the E shape to it, the ball shape to it. And it starts with an E. Anyway, that's what it looks like inside, but it's not high tech. Yet it's only black and gray. And there was that dragon that came up on the television screen, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But probably means that television is not going to be a good thing because crazy stuff's going to happen. It's pretty symbolic, actually. So I'm guessing it means that there's going to be a whole lot of fun stuff that's really going to be horrible for you. And that seems like Pixar, doesn't it? Seems like Disney, especially. I think it started in 2014, so. And every one of those dreams that started in that time, the Kingdom Hearts, for instance, started having those weird dreams. Well, anyway, from Echo the Dolphin, I think. Anyway, that was after 2008, 2009, so when I started looking at certain game and another game like it, I think, yeah, well, it's a mix of those two. So, it'll just be having a Song of One. Song of One, just like Echo, and then try to think. Wow. That's funny because trying to figure this out because I think it was a song that was deep. It had a deep bass to it, which is kind of disturbing, and had a treble that mixed with the bass, and it was like not high pitched, but it was mean treble, and the note was kind of high. Yeah, it was disturbing as well, and also had a guitar in the background. Anyway. And I think that was back in 2009. Well, let's see, because in 2009 I had that 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 8 years. So 2014 will be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see, that one, because it was Finding Dory, that was 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that's probably the 7th one, like I said. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, but it seems like there's a pattern of those dreams anyway. Like, either it's warning or if it's anything good or bad. Because it's first it's entertainment and how wretched it's going to be, especially for the mind. Then it's also the rules and regulations. The first dream I had for the rules and regulations was the bathroom issue, which was a college issue. That was a pretty short one. Then the next one was in within that time, which I later realized that so it wasn't the bathroom issue. It was instead of the bathroom issue, it would be all public area. Everyone would see it. Like the baby's male part would be exposed on a shelf, saying like baby's potty, like actual toilet for the youngsters. And the part is going to be exposing, and the child's going to expose this part to everyone. Poor young boy. Which means doesn't mean just that. It means also that there's going to be much, well, gosh, that means that there's going to be a whole lot of issues with male parts and lots of unfortunate events with like it's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be a little like that, but what that means in 2020, in the 2020s, is it's going to be the start of things like Sodom and Gomorrah. I've yet to have a dream about Christians being completely persecuted, but it doesn't mean I'm going to have it very soon. Could be 2030s. That's going to be where the great persecution is. You never know. But if I have another dream that says 2020s, it's going to be Christian persecution, and maybe that means something. I don't know. I'm going to have for that kind of thing, but I know that there's going to be persecution of the Christians. Probably means that God is not even showing the Christian persecutions because, you know, he said it in the Bible and I already know about it. And if he says it's going to be a problem with you, actually. Oh, guys, I just remembered a dream, guys. I just remember being beheaded and I was having a famous speech, but not for anyone. Actually, I remember having a dream about myself being beheaded. It was not fun. And then later on, I was in heaven, getting the victory and getting gloriously praised by the angels just for what I've done right. And that means, well, soon we are about to be persecuted too. Might even be within a few, like 7 or 6 years, maybe 7 or 8. Gotta remember, guys, this stuff is not going to be easy to deal with. It's going to be one of those things that it's going to hurt a lot. Hopefully, and may God may God help us make it out of this trial tribulation. Because if He doesn't shorten it, now there will be sinful people all over the place. And I know after trial and tribulation, there's going to be a rapture, like I said in the last video. Yes. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say in the next video. But anyway. There will be a whole lot of things going on in the end. I will be saying this one, but I will be. Which means, man. There's a whole lot of problems going on right now, but it only matters if you dream of God. And the third reason why we dream is the most important of them all. So just remember that. And just remember that Jesus cares for us all. And sorry. And well, there'll be a whole lot of issues going on these days. Let me just actually, I think I should be done now. I'll think of another video to make anyway. Right now I'm overdue and I am done right now, okay? Okay?